HotHardware at the special Gigabyte event today, where they're showing off some of their new equipment, including this brand new. This is their new flagship GeForce GTX 1080 card. It's called the Extreme Gaming, and as you can see, this card is pretty thick. This is actually a 2.5 slot card. So the main features on this card are RGB lighting, which is right across here, as well as in the logo right here. And then they have that feature on this card where the fans will stop when the system is under idle or low load. But since you can't see it from the top, from where you sit, since they're underneath here, they actually have a new light that turns on when the fans are stopped, so you know that the feature is running. That's pretty cool. This is all going to be customized RGB lighting, all this stuff here. There's of course this customized backplate. And then one thing that's interesting too, this is a new feature, is they're gonna have these. There's actually a VR pass-through they're going to be selling with a what's called a premium package. So this actually is going to go out to a either a front or a back panel that has 2 HDMI ports, lets you connect your VR system, and that will be toggled also through the software. As you can see, there's two 8-pin PCIe ports, and this is a 2.5 slot card. It's pretty darn thick. And the last thing to note is they have a brand new wind force design for these fan blades. It's kind of hard to see on this video, but these top two fans are, let me see if I can make this a little brighter here. The top two fans right here are actually above the fan in the middle here. So they actually allows the card to be shorter, as opposed to, so as you can see how there's a little bit of overlap on the fans there. So if these fans were all spaced out individually, the card would be about that long probably. So let's let the card be a little bit thinner. Trade-off being that it's a lot thicker, of course. So this is the Extreme Gaming, and they said it will sell for, I think it's going to be $799, including the VR package, mouse pad, a whole bunch of stuff. It's called the premium pack, and then the standard version will be $779, $769, something like that. I'll make sure and include the pricing in the write-up. So this is the Gigabyte Extreme Gaming. This is the flagship 1080 card. This is the HotHardware at the Gigabyte event, and the Corsair is here too, and they are showing off some, not really anything super new, but they do have a white version of their 400C ATX chassis. So I thought I'd give you a quick video to show you what it looks like. It still has this kind of smoked glass window that opens up super easily. What else? It looks like they have got an Intel 750 SSD in here. There's a shroud over the power supply. The door is a little bit. It's kind of like a. This is just plastic. The door is just plastic, so it kind of has a little bit of a cheap feel to it. But the case looks really nice, and I think it'll be $10 to $20 more than the black version. So they wouldn't, not too much of a price premium, but similar magnetic cover on the top here. And it looks pretty cool with this white paint thing, huh? So that's about it. This is the white Corsair 400C. This is one more video from the Gigabyte and Corsair event. This is a Corsair Gigabyte system showing off Corsair's new LED memory. So these are available in white or red. You can kind of see what the LEDs are doing now. And in addition to that, they also have these new ML fans, which are magnetic levitation. So there's no actual contact between the impeller and the center of the fan. It just magnetically floats. So it's hard for me to really, you can't really see anything or hear anything here in this room because it's kind of noisy. But these are going to be available, I think, in very soon. And they spin up to RPM of 2400, and they're available on both 120 and 140 millimeters. So, all right, this is HotHardware. We're still here at the Gigabyte event. This is the Gigabyte X99 Ultra Gaming. This is their X99 new motherboard. The new features in this board include these metal reinforced PCIe brackets. There's 3x16 slots here. They also have a U2 slot amongst all the SATA ports here on the side. So you can actually run two Intel SSDs. They're SSD 750s. There's also an M.2 port here in the middle. They're including another fan header up here for a CPU pump. And of course the white and red coloring. And then there's some more stuff at the bottom here too. M.2, and then as well as SSD, or sorry, U.2 on the side here too. So this is the X99 Ultra Gaming. All right, we're here at the Gigabyte event, and I'm looking at the new Gigabyte. This is the Z170 board for Skylake processors. Now, the interesting thing about this board is that this board has a U2 slot right down here. Sorry, it's so dark. It actually says right here on the board, you can read that, it says NVMe PCI Gen 3 U2 for Intel 750 SSD. It's pretty specific. So this is actually an M2 support card for the Intel 750 SSDs. And there's also an M2 slot right up here. And then I think there's another one. Is that it? Yeah, they said you can run 3-way Intel SSDs. Oh, this is what it is. So you actually have two U2 ports right here, and then one M2 in the middle, which you can actually, and they actually sell an adapter, so you can actually run 3 Intel 750 SSDs in RAID 0 for, they said it was 3.5 gigabytes per second. So that's that feature, and then they also added metal reinforcement on the PCIe slots, make sure your card doesn't bend or break. And they said they also added a header on here for they added a PWM header on the motherboard for a for a water cooling pump. So yeah, this is CPU optional pump right there. And I think that's basically about it. Just want to show you what it looks like. It's pretty slick. And this is the G1 gaming from Gigabyte.